Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of the Stardust Speedway Speedcast. I'm your host Ty, owner of Stardust Speedway,
Hey everyone, Moon here.
and today we have a very special guest for our third episode. He is one of the crew chiefs in Stardust Speedway, and he's also a fellow content creator on YouTube. Please welcome Krispy Cookie.
Hey Pookies. It's me.
Hey Crispy, how are you doing?
Yo,
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good as well. So it's a pleasure to have you on the Speedcast.
Pleasure to
For
be here.
yep, and for our first topic, guys, I would like to mention the results of the Valentine's Day art contest. So let's get into this right away. So we had a bunch of good entries today. In fact, you guys were both judges for the Valentine's Day art contest.
Yes, we were.
What were your guys' overall thoughts on the competition?
So everyone, for the most part, had really, really good submissions. It was a hard decision. Now, it wasn't up to any single one of us. The winner only won by a single vote, and it was originally gonna be a tie, broken by tie, but
say that again.
I can't remember who broke it, but congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to everyone else who entered as well. All you had great submissions, and I think Moon over here would also agree.
Yes, definitely. There were some really good submissions for this art contest. Definitely a strong start to our year of art contest entries and stuff like that. Congratulations to Shori, who ended up winning our contest. I was one of the people who actually voted with you, Shori. So if you're watching this, you can DM me about my $15 that you totally owe me. Okay, no, but all seriousness, yeah, some great entries from the likes of Amelia, Shori, obviously, Sonica, Aaron, and many more. Oh, and don't forget Jonathan. Jonathan, you're my goat, Jonathan. And I can't remember who else entered. I think there's another person, but your everyone's entry was brilliant. You know, I've got to give you all credit for the amount of work that was put in, and I look forward to the future art contests that we have for the server and all the entries.
There'll be plenty more.
I will be showing Shuri 1998's entry on screen right now on her brand new television on her set.
Ooh,
But yeah, as you
Gotta
can
love it.
see, Shori drew AJ's Yume ship of him and Shugogato. As you recall, AJ was, I guess, on our last episode. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see that Shori's winning entry happens to be AJ and a character that AJ really loves from Jujutsu Kaisen. But yeah, really good stuff right there. And Shori becomes the first person to win 2 art contests in a row.
wowzers! That is an impressive achievement.
And I'll also be
Good
showing
job.
a bunch of the other entries that came close to winning, such as Amelia's, Bruno's, and Psycho's. Those 3 were very close to winning the prize. I was actually gonna vote for Bruno if it was a tie between Amelia Shori and Bruno. Reason why I just really thought Bruno's anatomy of the women he drew was really good. It looked really realistic to me. But yeah, I mean,
I
I
actually
think
forgot.
any one of those people deserved it, but that's who I would have chosen.
Yeah.
But there was a bunch of vote swaps at the last minute, and Shori came out on top. So congratulations to Shori once again.
Wee.
Yippee.
Okay, so that wraps up the Valentine's Day art contest. Shori wins $15 American, and he actually gave it away to AJ. So congratulations to AJ as well for
How
Yeah,
charitable.
getting the
there was
prize.
actually a bit of a mix up there. I think Shori got me and AJ mixed up, so it's okay though. Shori's gonna be giving me $20 in compensation.
Oh, bugger off. Greedy. Oh my god.
Look, man, Mario Tennis Fever won't fund itself.
The bills cannot be this high.
The bills are this high, Crispy.
Anyway, I will be moving on to our next upcoming event, which will be the Wither Minecraft event. This will be very fun. So we had our Ender Dragon event earlier this year at the beginning of January. So we're doing like this whole Minecraft boss quest thing we have going on. We're just going through the whole list of bosses and we're just gonna defeat them all one by one and put it on YouTube for all you guys to see. I would also like my own Nether Star and hopefully have my own beacon. So that'd be great. I think you guys marked yourself as interested for that event. You guys plan on attending?
Yes, definitely. I quite enjoyed last time's End the Dragon fight because not only did we have a great event with loads of our beloved members together, but we also turned it into a video. So I'm hoping that we can bring that energy back for the Wither and have some more great funny moments. Like
Yes, and hopefully before the Speedway Awards or after.
Hopefully,
I
don't know.
But
Speedway Awards
guys,
are taking their time, actually, Crispy.
But yep, the weather event will take place on March 7th, and it'll be our first event in the month of March, so that'll be something to look forward to.
Yes, it will.
So
we
now we can move on to some recent videos that were uploaded on my personal channel, which you could subscribe to right now at Ty Smarty Pants. I uploaded a bunch of new NASCAR race reaction videos. We reacted to the NASCAR Truck Series race, the ARCA Series race, and the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Daytona. You can find them on my channel right now, and feel free to watch. There was some funny moments that happened during each of those streams. I would like to bring up one particular moment in the O'Reilly race.
Oh yeah, man. Okay, so
Sabrina Carpenter at a NASCAR event, and she was 16 at this
Red.
time. Fun fact.
Red.
And as soon as I started showing her, Mr. Moon started going all freaky. Which I could explain.
Well, he does that a lot, so.
Well, okay, right. Look, can I explain myself here?
Of course.
So, like, Sabrina Carpenter, yeah, we all know her. Absolute baddie. So obviously, neuron activation. I see Sabrina Carpenter all up on my screen, and I'm like, "Ooh, it's Sabrina Carpenter!" Yeah, yeah. And so, imagine the shock that I received when, as I was being freaky, Ty cuts me off and says, "Mr. Moon, she's 16 in that photo." Like, bro, I felt like
you're just digging yourself a deeper hole.
And he's digging in me. No, because like,
and he's digging me.
I had no idea. No, I had no idea that she was 16 in the image of her attending the NASCAR event, mind you. So I felt a little. I think I got shafted. I got betrayed. I got tricked, fooled. Absolute tomfoolery happening in the Discord server because of Ty. But thankfully in the video, Ty does recover me and save my career by stating that I am not a Diddy disciple. In other words, I'm not attracted to minors, and I want to make that clear. As a 19-year-old at the time of filming, I do not like minors. I don't even like
abstinently.
Low abstinently, I do not even like kids. Like, they're so annoying. But anyways.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so are you calling me annoying?
Kids, you're like above the age of 13. You're fine.
I still fall within the Diddy age range.
Okay, whatever you say. But yeah, other than that, the O'Reilly Auto Parts race was a very good race to react to. I was there in full for that one, whereas I was not in the other ones, unfortunately. But yeah, I had a great time, and I was thinking of Renewed Acorn that entire time because they work at an O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
Aww.
Aww, I know.
You're thinking about your husband.
Cheers, Renewed Acorn. Bro, he's not my husband.
That's not what Acorn
doesn't Acorn have a wife?
Yeah,
Acorn
I know, that's what I don't get.
Acorn also says that they have a child with Mr. Moon.
Yeah, and they have a hand cannon because we just got 5 free hand cannons.
Is Acorn is Acorn polyamorous?
I don't
know. I don't know.
That
maybe.
Question to me.
I guess we'll never know.
I know it. I just can't prove it yet.
But yeah, other than that, it was a great video.
I was pleased to see Moon invested into it, especially since he's not a NASCAR fan. So it was nice to see somebody new get into the sport for even if it was just for one race.
And actually, I heard that at today's race at the Daytona 500, we had they had a very special guest waving the
Bart
flag around.
Simpson, yeah.
None other than Bart Simpson, everyone. You know what they say? Bart Simpson loves cake. Lisa is vegetarian. The Destiny of Marge, he's a steak man. Those who know.
Yep. And
Never heard anyone say that in my entire life.
Here's
You're not
Bart
brain rotted
Simpson
enough.
waving the green flag at the Daytona 500 today on the TV right now.
That's
But
so
yeah,
awesome.
that was a really fun race to watch as well. Didn't do a race reaction for that as I was watching it with my family, but yeah, I saw a bunch of other people in the server watching as well, so that was nice to see. But yeah,
Mhm.
that was it for our race reaction videos. For our next segment, I would like to mention our brand new promotions to our Speedway official team. 2 officials in training got promoted this month, and those 2 lucky officials in training were Mr. Moon and Blush. So congratulations to those 2 for getting the big promotion to Speedway official.
Awesome stuff. And thank you, Ty. And thank you, Krispy, as well. I just want to give a quick shout out on my behalf to KrispyCookie, my mentor in my run as OIT. This was my second time as an OIT because I was originally going for it back in August of last year, but obviously due to mental health stuff and silliness, whatever, I decided to back out. But late last year, I decided, you know what? Actually, was it late last year? It was more like early this year, actually. There's like a fine line between them, I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, I decided to give it another shot. And I'm happy that I reached higher than I did last time. And I'm now an official in the server. And, I've got to thank KrispyCookie for only sometimes giving me a scenario in the test server, when he felt like it. I wish I got a free bag of chips. But also giving me guidance. Me and Krispy have worked together before in other Discord servers, so the synergy's still there. Unk still got it and all that, and so I'm very happy to have
So
been
this is
promoted.
about time number 2000 that we have worked together in a Discord server on anything. So we're no stranger to this. But I do just want to give a quick shout out to Moon because no matter what we've done, as friends throughout the years, I think it's coming up on 3 years this year.
Coming up on 3, yeah.
It's always been an honor. You've been awesome. You're funny. You're fun to be around. You are a good problem solver. So again, thank you for being a good friend, for being a good OIT, and now a good official. And I know you're going to be a great addition to the team. And if we ever need a 4th crew chief, not saying you will, but you might be up there. So thank you, Moon, for being such a good friend, such a good staff member, and I look forward to more in Stardust Speedway.
Thank you. And of course, as well, big congratulations to my fellow OIT and now a fellow official, Blosh, as well, mentored by Hannah, one of our other crew chiefs. Good job on the promotion, and I look forward to working with you as well if you're watching this.
Yep, congratulations to Blush as well. This is Blush's 3rd run as staff member, and first time in 4 years that Blush has officially been promoted to the main Speedway official team. Blush had another go at it as official in training last year, but unfortunately wasn't able to get promoted due to just not having enough free time back then. But now Blush was able to get.
Actually, I was his trainer last time, if I recall.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, I went on for about 3 or 4 months.
Maybe Hannah and Blush just made a better match.
Or maybe Blosh was just more active this time. I don't know.
That.
Yeah, that might have been it, to be honest. Who knows?
But Hannah's a good mentor as well, so Hannah also definitely contributed to his promotion.
Hannah was my mentor during my first run as OIT, and she was great. And it wasn't her fault that I stepped down from OIT, by the way. I just want to make that abundantly clear. No, she was a great mentor, but I thought going into my second run, me and Krispy have done moderation stuff before, and I feel like I could probably achieve a better result with Krispy. So that's the thought process behind my decision.
And even though, I didn't always supply the most amount of scenarios, partly because Sonica would just take all of them. And so I had to start
3D.
labeling them for specific people. And then it finally stopped. But I digress. I still tried to squeeze in as many quality, moments, whether that be training and VCs or, like the few scenarios that I've given were, very thought provoking. They weren't surface level. And there were at least 2 separate times where Moon got mad at me because they were very indirect, very subjective scenarios. And so I had to explain to him that was the whole point.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was great. He's a great OIT. And I do regret not giving him as many scenarios, but I still think it worked out in the end.
Yeah. If there's any members out there who plan on becoming OITs, just be wary. KrispyCookie is crafty as fuck when it comes to his scenarios. So yeah, watch yourself. He will get you. In a good way.
Okay, well, Noah got the memo, so maybe you're just lagging.
That's Noah. That's Noah.
Grown man with a job.
I know. Embarrassing, actually. For me, not Noah.
So, for our final section, I would like to get into a little Krispy Q&A section where we ask Krispy any questions we would like, and Krispy can also talk about any subject that is important to him. So, first things first, Krispy. Those who are close to you are well aware of your aspirations to become president of the United States. You would like to be a leader of the country one day. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, I would be so down. So, are we just talking about like basis, like what's kind of like the plan, what's the aspiration there, or?
You could also talk about what's your motivation as well. Like
Okay.
why?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I can start with the why. So, throughout my life, it has always been a goal to help others. I've always enjoyed, going out there, talking with peers, talking with those who are younger than me, at my age, older than me. A lot of adults will call me an old soul, quote unquote. I don't like that because it makes me seem older than I am, but give or take, I guess it's a compliment. Okay, you're 19. But
so is I.
no job, by the way. Yeah.
Okay, bro,
you
do you have
guys
a
are
job?
both old. But anyways, I have a summer job.
Yeah, put the fries in the
helping. Shut. Helping others has always been one of my biggest motivations, whether that's in school where I've organized clubs, I've organized, I think right now I'm I'm vice president of my speech and debate team. We've had several competitions and I found my love for speaking and debating and, talking to massive groups of people and, the exchange of ideas through debate. It's been a big passion of mine, and it really comes down to what is the position that will allow me to help the most amount of people, make the most amount of positive change. And part of my motivation, and I won't get too, crazy political here, but part of my motivation is seeing how many people are hurting right now. Not just in America, or I should say the United States, but abroad, whether that be North America, South America, Asia, Oceania, Africa, Europe, you name it, any continent, any country. I don't like seeing people hurting. I don't like seeing the elites. I don't like seeing the powerful taking advantage of those at the bottom. And at the root of my motivations comes that empathy for humans, for my peers, for people I've never met a day in my life. Because something I always like to point towards is we have these random but precious interactions in life where, let's say I see this random guy on a subway. I look over at him, I wave, right? He waves back. I will never see that guy again. But do you know what that displayed? It displayed humanity. It displayed the ability to just be happy to see another human. That's what I intend to take into my leadership, because I'm always happy to see another human or to hear another human. And I want to make sure that this world is not plagued by those who don't look at it that way. I want to make sure that when you see another person, they're not looking at you like you are a threat, and you're not looking at them like they're a threat. I want to build bridges globally. I am a globalist, and that is what my approach will be. It's what it's always been, and I really want to help people because I believe in the good of humans.
Yeah, you are a very passionate individual. I mean, in general, for sure. Makes sense that you're vice president of the speech and debate team. You're really good at debates. That's one of the things you're known for. Also, a very admired trait, like for somebody that has a high position in a Discord server. But no matter what the subject is, as long as it matters to you and you know what you think about it, you know what your thoughts are, you will go all out in trying to prove yourself. That idea is the way forward in any case.
Yeah, and although I am a very persistent person and I do love to, debate about topics, I'm not a hardhead. I'm not one of those people that would be completely stubborn because if you can bring a good case to me and, I have time to, sit with that, I'm always open to change. I'm a progressive. I believe in progress. I love progress. And, you know, anytime that I can, where I see an opportunity to bring progress in the right direction, I do so because I believe it's always important to keep trying, keep caring, keep working together because that's how humans make progress, whether that's, you know, at like the smallest levels, local communities, or even a friendship in a friend group, where maybe like two people in the friend group are having an issue. Let's help it out. Let's see if we can, mend that relationship in a way that, won't cause a disruption and will, bring people back together. I love unity. Or whether that be at the, the level of the government, where, we've got people from both sides going rabid at each other. Some people go as far on the partisan lines to defend the indefensible. And I think we need to strip that back and strip the optics back and say, where's the humanity in this? How can we come together and find a solution? Because that's how humans work best together, no matter what the occasion.
I really admire how you stand up for the oppressed. That's really needed in today's world, so I would really like to see you work yourself up to the higher levels in politics, perhaps. Who knows? Maybe you could make it to the House of Representatives. You could be one of your state's reps. Whatever it is it
Mhm.
may
Oh
be,
yeah.
I do wish you a lot of success in that future
Thank you. And
endeavor.
just to add on to that, I mean, it is very true. All progress starts at the local level and goes up from there. You cannot skip steps. First, you engage in your community. I don't care who you are. If you want something done in this world, or specifically the political world, even, especially because this year is the midterm elections, this is 2026, get out there, get involved with your community, tell people how important it is, help educate your peers no matter if this is in your job, if this is in your neighborhood, your school, doesn't matter. All progress is progress. Doesn't matter how big, how small, federal, state, local, doesn't matter. If you can get one family member to get out there and vote for what you believe is the right side of progress, do it. That matters. Every single vote matters. That is what wins elections. When people feel invigorated, when they want change, and when everyone understands that their vote means something. It's one vote, one person, because in general elections and representative elections, it's one person, one vote. So get out there and vote. Get out there and participate in activism. Participate in protests if you can. If you believe that there's something wrong that is going on, and there is a group of people out demonstrating against that wrong that's being committed, or at least that you believe is wrong, join them. Join your community. Don't be afraid. Because when you are afraid, that's when you become oppressed. I'll leave you with that, but I believe that true progress comes with each individual person and goes up.
I agree. That's definitely
Mhm.
something a lot of people need to hear.
Definitely.
Switching gears a bit, I would like to give Mr. Moon an opportunity to ask his own questions towards
Yeah.
you, Crispy. So, Mr. Moon, what do you have for Crispy?
Okay, so Crispy, I want to tap into sort of kind of the other main hobby / interest that I know you for, and that is your content creation on YouTube specifically. I want to ask you about some of your favorite projects or videos that you've edited over your YouTube career, and just kind of talk about what was going through your mind while making some of them and stuff like that. So, yeah, fire away.
Okay, well, okay. That is at least mostly like the other big things I'm known for. Actually, I met you through that with Sonic Frontiers Discord server,
Oh,
and that was one of the the
yeah.
main things that I was known for. Getting into that community. That's where we met 3 years ago now. Um,
Uh-huh.
as we're speaking, I just gained another subscriber, but we don't talk about that. Uh, I think one of probably my favorite project as of recent, right? And really throughout my YouTube career, um, took up the first half of 2025, and that was Discord Sings GNX. Not
Oh, yes.
there wasn't really like a bunch of different reasons. There were really two or three main reasons that this was my favorite. Number one, it was the first time that I took on a project that big where it was an hour and a half entirely edited video. Every single second of that video is edited. That means that I put in the work from start to finish over a 6 month span. I got countless server owners, including Ty, to allow me to hold events for this, and I was able to tell a story given in the the political climate of that time while still using media from one of my, if not my favorite artist at the time, Kendrick Lamar. And while yes, not everyone's gonna sit there for an hour and a half and watch a Discord Sings video. I understand that it's not for everyone. And most of my videos don't get that many views. I don't do YouTube for views. I do it for fun. I do it for passion. That's why most of my videos take a while. That's why you'll usually see around like half a month to a month at least between each video. I care a lot about quality, and you know over the years, the quality has, increased, and I'm really proud of how far I've came from my very first video, just sitting in my bedroom saying, "Hey guys, welcome back to the channel," to, a 2.5 hour like beast of a video with the other big video that I released in 2025, Discord Sings the Sonic Frontiers soundtrack revisited, where I took a more theatric approach, and I utilized the things I learned over I think like the year and a half that separated those two videos, and I put them to work, and it ended up in one of my highest quality videos to date. I'm super proud of it, and I've got some big plans for 2026, and I'm not going to reveal anything yet because obviously that would spoil the surprise, but I will say everything that's coming is befitting of the time, and I'm not shying away from what I'm passionate about and what I think. So I hope that, at least some of you watching will be tuned in to the future of my channel, because rest assured, it's only getting started.
Yes. I just want to go back a little bit real quick regarding your most recent video, the Sonic Frontiers OST Revisited Discord Sings. Very good video, by the way. Definitely a great
Thank you.
tribute to
You were
probably
in it.
one of my favorite. Yeah, I was in it. I was in it multiple times as Eggman, and a few of my ideas are in there as well, like using the Crossworlds, Kronos Island, and I'm Here remix. It was the I'm Here remix, but yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, at the end of the Discord video, there was a teaser for a Discord server that was meant to be going up. I want to know,
Yeah.
is that server actually up? Because I've
So
not seen any
that
advertising.
server was that server was a tie-in, a kind of separate, entity from the video itself. I decided that I would be okay with kind of promoting this project of, a past friend of ours, of like bringing back the server, of which we met in. Now, I don't know the
Yes.
status of that project myself because I've been super busy with homework. Um, I just know that I agreed to it because it fit the theme of the video, And I know that a lot of the people from that server still watch my content, which I'm very thankful for. And if you're watching this, any of you guys, thank you for supporting. You too, Mr. Moon. But I don't quite know the status of that server.
Okay, that's understandable. You know, you've been busy. You've not been on Discord as much, which is perfectly fine, obviously. And I have one more question for you, which kind of ties into the whole content creative thing, and I'll let you off the hook. You have an upcoming project, not related to the ones that you said you're keeping a secret. We have an upcoming video project for our Discord server, Stardust Speedway, in which goes back to our 5th annual Speedway Awards from early this year. I was curious as to what the status is on that video as well, because it seems to be taking its sweet time.
Wow, you couldn't have worded that one better. I I hesitate to give you a concrete, like date or time because I'm not good with dates or times, honestly. Like when it comes to
We
uploading.
know.
Oh yeah, no, we all know. I'm like Kanye with album releases, never happens. But
Playboy Kai.
yeah, right. 5 years for I Am Music. But I digress. What's likely gonna happen is I am kind of in a field of less activity with my extracurriculars right now, and I don't have any big tests coming up in this latter half of February. So what will probably happen if I look at the calendar? I could probably pull off either next weekend or the weekend after that. It's going to be heavily dependent again on homework, and how busy I will be, IRL. But the good thing is that I don't have any competitions until mid-March now, so that will free me up a little bit.
For sure.
Hopefully by the end of this month, but don't quote me on that.
Okay. Well, it's exciting that the video is still on its merry way onto YouTube. I'm looking forward to going back on all the highlights. I'm sure there were some great reactions to some of the awards I won. We touched on this from the first episode, so I won't go into too much detail. Yeah, the moon sweep, we all know it. But yeah, thank you for answering my questions about content creation and all that stuff. I know
Sure.
I've been kind of nagging you about the Speedway Awards video, but I think after this I can leave you alone about that for a little bit.
Yeah, but
or will
you
I don't
always
know.
do that. I'm used to that.
Yeah, I do that with like every single thing you've said ever that has a date on it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fully aware. You're like the little mosquito in my ear.
Oh yes.
Like
But hey,
every time I say the date, you're like you're like the fucking rabbit with the clock. Like Crispy, it's almost that day.
Oh yes. But yeah, awesome stuff. I look forward to seeing it.
Alright, so Crispy, I would like to mention how it's been over a full year, since you were promoted to crew chief in Stardust Speedway. In January 2025, you were promoted to crew chief, and it's been quite the journey for you. So coming in, you were mentored by Saturn. Shout out to Saturn, and she was a really good crew chief for her time here. And you definitely learned a lot from her. And since then, she's retired as crew chief. She's back to being a regular member. But you've really just been, honestly, you've been a major part of our server. So how would you describe your journey in my server up to this point, where you are right now?
So I believe it was August of 2024, and again, don't quote me on that, when I was accepted as an OIT. It might have been September. Um, this was after initially being rejected when I first applied, and I think it was June, July-ish.
I think it was around the spring of that year.
Might have actually been like May, June, something like
Yeah.
that. I can't remember the exact timing, but coming in, the first problem arose for both me and my mentor when number one, I was in too many servers, so I couldn't join the test server. And then number two, hurricanes had hit both me and my mentor. My mentor was hit a lot harder than I was, but both of our areas had been affected by these hurricanes. In hurricane season 2024. So it took a while for us to really get the ball rolling, which was not the fault of either of us. But when it did, I found myself really enjoying the time I spent with Saturn as my mentor. Saturn was great. The feedback was extensive. I gave extensive scenario responses. We were able to, compromise and do a thread for scenarios for me in the server to make up for my inability to join another one. Um, so that worked out great. I got promoted, and I think I was an official for about a month or two. This ran through like I think it was November. I was one of the last OITs to be promoted from my batch. I think it was, and then after that, I think it was shortly after the Speedway Awards, I had been promoted to crew chief. This was early 2025, right in January. Um, from that point, it was a lot of ups and downs, especially in activity. I remember, I think it was in March and April, where you took two separate temporary breaks as owner, and you lended me, ownership of the server, temporary ownership of the server in your place, and that was definitely an experience. I really enjoyed getting to know members more because as a result of me being in that spot, I had more people DMing me, and I it was about the week or two during that ownership where I had a lot of new people coming in, and it was super cool to get to know people. And even before and after that, as crew chief, I've had so many cool interactions. I mean, that June and February in 2025, I met Hannah, really good friend of mine, and Moons as well. Another great addition to the team, and now an awesome crew chief working right alongside me, who similarly shares a passion for debate. Um, and then into the middle of the year, lots of fun VCs. Moon started to get more active in the server around mid 2025, so that was awesome. VCs started picking up and around, I think it was July, August.
Yeah.
And several times throughout the year, I've been training people. Um, Most notably, really like late 2025, I picked up Moon. I picked up Sonica. I picked up Noah. I think early 2025. That's when Noah was picked up. But
You had three
just
people as your
yeah.
students at one point.
And that's been a recurring theme, as with me as crew chief. I even before crew chief, I immediately picked up two students. I picked up two OITs, and that was pointed out in the last year's Speedway Awards. It was like, hey, this guy's already mentoring too. Um, and I still remember when Saturn was like, "Oh my gosh, good job!" Saturn was amazing, and I'm forever happy to have worked with Saturn. I hope everything's going well with Saturn. But being a crew chief in the server has meant a lot because just tying into my passion with leadership, every single opportunity I get to be a leader, I love taking it, and I love being able to help those around me, no matter how I'm doing that. So I really appreciate, being in this community, you guys watching. I love you, platonically, Mr. Moon. Same with you, Ty. Thank you for all the opportunities you've given me, and I will continue to, uh, help wherever I can, whenever I can, to make this community a better place, to help it thrive, to, at the root of my motivations, just help people, because that's what I enjoy doing, and this team has given me the opportunity to do so.
Yep, we're proud to have you as a part of our team, Crispy, and you are a major help to our server, and we hope you remain a big help to Stardust Speedway for hopefully more years to come, however long it may take before you eventually have to step down and focus on other things in your personal life. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up our third episode of the Speedcast. Thank you, Crispy, once again for your time. It was a pleasure having you on, and it was nice talking to you and having you share your thoughts with everything we talked about today. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It was great to be here as well. Thank you for having me, both you and Moon. It was a great time. Can't wait to see the video. And to the viewers, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon in the server.
This is your host, Ty, signing off, and we'll see you for episode 4.
And this has been your co-host, Moon. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.